What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today I'm over here back at the Disney Springs bus directory because I'm gonna do another one of these resort tours. Last time I went to the Wilderness Lodge Resort. Today I'm going to be going to the boardwalk. We're not only going to be checking out the boardwalk where all the shops and restaurants are, but we're actually going to be checking out the hotel, see what that's like right now. All right, guys, so here we are. We've made it to the boardwalk resort. So this resort is similar to how Wilderness Lodge and Animal Kingdom Lodge, Jumbo House are right now. This resort is not fully open just yet. It is open for the DVC members and guests, but for regular rooms, this resort is not available yet. It opens fully on July 2nd. So here we go. There's actually a lot of people being dropped off right now from that Mears bus. This is actually, we're gonna drop off and head this way into the lobby, and you are greeted like you are at the actual boardwalk, like you are really going to a real boardwalk. It's the showplace of the shore. You can actually go this way into the lobby and into the hotel, or you can go down the stairs over here. You can go down to the boardwalk showplace of the shore, a vacation sensation. But this is where all the restaurants and the shops are, and like the actual boardwalk that people come to visit. Let's go check out the hotel first. So when we first walk in, we kind of are greeted by this old school kind of vibe, kind of like 1800s it feels like. And then here is the lobby. It's not the biggest lobby. It's actually pretty small compared to some of the other lobbies here at Disney World, but there's a lot of decorations, a lot of cool things. Check out this chandelier right here. I've never heard of a horse slash fish kind of thing. It's kind of weird. Then they've got this big carousel sort of display. And that carousel that we just saw right there is actually from the 1920s, and there's a little story here. It spent a lot of years traveling the country, and then it was purchased by Disney in 1995, and it was restored, and now it's right here at the boardwalk. Well, here's another view of the lobby here. It's actually very like elegant, pretty nice. Got a decent amount of chairs and couches to sit on. Also do like the art up here that looks like one of the Disney castles. A lot of cool different artifacts all throughout this lobby, kind of showcasing that boardwalk style. Like we got a cool boardwalk wooden roller coaster. So there's two main sections to the boardwalk resort. If we go this way, this is where the boardwalk villas are. This is the part that's actually open right now, and to the right over here, that would be the walkway to the BoardWalk Inn, which is currently not open, opening July 2nd. And the cool thing that I like that they do over here is they kind of give a little backstory to some of the things that are here at the boardwalk regarding the artifacts. And we've seen Disney do that in their lobbies, like at the Wilderness Lodge and Animal Kingdom. So now walking this way toward the boardwalk villas. Even the penny machines kind of look real old, like they're from the 1920s, the early 20th century, late 19th century. But one of the main gift shop, Dundee's Sundries, is actually closed right now. There's actually a big shop on the actual boardwalk, which we'll see in a little bit. So over here by the elevators, we can actually get a view of what kind of the hallways to the rooms look like. And we actually have this like mural sort of thing that is all Disney Vacation members from the past. These are all like from the 1990s. So that's pretty awesome if you have one of these pictures here at actual Disney Resort. They have a similar thing over at Old Key West. But this is kind of the only Disney resort that I can think about that comes to mind right now that kind of feels like your travel back in time. It feels like I'm back in the 1920s. And we were actually on the second level there where the lobby is. We have to go to the first level to check out the pool. So here we are, we dropped down to the first level, and we can actually take a peek inside their fitness center. Actually looks like a pretty nice fitness center, better than some of the ones I've seen at Disney. They got like a Smith machine back there, got some cardio, some dumbbells. But then we come outside, and all around me, these rooms, these are the boardwalk villas, and it's all surrounding this pool. This is the Luna Park pool. It's actually a very nice pool. We got the boardwalk villas in the background, and then we see the Swan Hotel over here. There's actually a really big slide. It looks like a roller coaster. It's back over here, and then it's actually probably one of the nicest slides at any Disney pool that I've really ever seen. They also have this pool bar. This is called the Leaping Horse Libations. It's kind of meant to look like a old school carousel. This is where you can get some food, some drinks. But they really did a good job with the decor and making everything feel like you're really back in the boardwalk in the early 20th, late 19th century. I really do like these different sort of posters that they have, kind of advertising the things at the boardwalk, kind of like a circus. Now the boardwalk isn't a very huge resort, not like some of the resorts that we've been to in the past. And it's kind of sort of an odd shape. It's kind of like a U-shaped actual resort. But over here where I'm walking right now, this is a section called the DVC preview area. And I'm guessing that these rooms are still the villas, but I think that this area right here is the DVC preview area. They also do have a smaller pool. It kind of feels a little bit more adult oriented to me. There's not really any kids in here that I can see. There's also places to sit out here, and you can actually barbecue or grill. Oh, I made a mistake. I said that this was the preview center. This whole area on the map is called the preview center, so I don't really know where that actually is. This is the community hall. You can come in here and rent videos. You can also come in here and get some like arts and crafts sort of things. And the boardwalk is one of the few resorts where you have really multiple options for transportation to the parks. You can do the Skyliner, you can do a boat, you can walk, or you can take a regular bus. But this is the area where we were at with the pools and stuff. If you just continue to walk on this path, follow the river, you'll actually end up at Hollywood Studios. And if you walk the other way, actually on the boardwalk, that is the path towards Epcot, which I'll show in just a little bit. But I do really like walking around this resort. There's a lot of different trees. There's a lot of different grass, flowers everywhere. And they even have a croquet court, whatever that is, if you're into that. This resort is a little bit confusing if you're trying to maneuver around, especially if you have never really been here before. I've already gotten lost like a couple times. Here is just a look at the map of the Boardwalk Resort. So we came in over here, and now we are over here by Luna Park. So all of this is the villas, and then we're gonna go over here to the Boardwalk Inn and check this out right now. All right, so here we are back in the lobby. Now let's go this way toward the Boardwalk Inn. Still got some old school kind of pictures. This is actually a painting of the actual boardwalk that's outside, which we'll see in a little bit, but this is just kind of old school vibe of it. This is maybe what it would have looked like back in 1900. I like this thing right here. This is called a mutoscope, and it's actually like one of the old school, something old school that they used to have back in the day. Like it was 1 cent. You can look through this thing right here and actually kind of watch a little movie. We can tell that on the inside there's nobody over here. It's pretty weird. I think I actually like this side a little bit better. There's like more room to walk around, more to see just on this side compared to the villa side. But we actually cannot go down this way. But something pretty cool over here, telephones. This is like back in the day when I guess they had pay phones, and you could come over here, pay 50 cents or however many cents you needed to make a call. But yeah, we cannot go this way. I don't really know what they had over here. Kind of maybe looks like a bar, but we can peer across this way. Let's see what they had. Pretty cool. They had like old school things like Chinese checkers right there. I think that's like a mirror. I don't know. They don't really have any TVs in this resort is what I noticed, which makes sense because they wouldn't have had TVs back in the 1920s whenever this is set. And we see that the hallway to the guest rooms are currently closed for this side. I like this side better though. I like the side better than the villas. Got this cool music playing in the background, which I didn't hear really on the other side too much, but I do like all this. Someone needs to eat this cake. It's gonna get a little bit nasty. You've got like this old school phone right here, which is actually plugged into the wall, but there's actually a dial tone, so this phone actually works. But I really do like the vibe over here. It's pretty it's pretty cool. It's like very relaxing. Right, and heading outside from that area, I feel like I'm doing something wrong, like being back here, but there's no signs that say I can't come back here. It's completely open. I didn't cross any paths that I wasn't supposed to, but there's just no one over here, so it's like a ghost town. So this is the BoardWalk Inn. All of these rooms over here, this is all the BoardWalk Inn. This is pretty cool. This is kind of how Wilderness Lodge was in that one area with the really nice villas. You got your own like little street sign right here. This is your room number. Go back here, you have your own front yard. Looks like we have a visitor. What kind of bird is this? It looks like a falcon. I don't know. But back over here, the BoardWalk Inn, they do have their own little pool back here. It's not anything like the one at the villas is, but look, there's absolutely no one back here. They also do have some restrooms and stuff back in this area. Kind of a small little pool, but that's okay because they had the really big one back over there by the villas. They also do have a conference center over here at the BoardWalk Inn. It's actually back over here in this area, so I guess they have a lot of conferences over here. This is one of a few Disney resorts that have conference centers in them. It's pretty weird being back here, so I'm gonna head out of this area. It feels like I'm not supposed to be back here, but there's no signs. It's like the doors are open, so you're allowed to come back here, but there's just absolutely no one. Let's head back up the stairs and then go out so we can take a tour of the actual boardwalk. So I talked to a couple cast members. They said that pool back there that I just showed you is open, so that area is free to walk around. There's nothing wrong walking back there, but just no one goes back there, probably because it's a little bit smaller and they probably just don't know about it. All right, heading out of the hotel and now actually going down into the boardwalk. There's multiple ways to get to the boardwalk, but this is the way actually from the boardwalk resort. So we come out here at nighttime. Usually they'll have a big inflatable screen right here, and they will be showing Disney movies over here pretty much every single night. And then of course the boardwalk is going to be home to a lot of different shops. Like right here, this is Wyland Galleries. They have a lot of really cool art pieces in here. But one thing about the boardwalk resort is that there's no quick service and there's really not any big shops inside the resort. You have to come outside to the boardwalk to do that, which is really not a problem because the boardwalk is one of the best perks at any resort that you can find. So if you're staying over here at the Epcot resorts, just being over here by the boardwalk is a really cool perk. So where I'm at right now, we just came out from this way. We can go this way and that'll take us over to that side and then to Epcot, but we'll go over there just in a little bit. First we're gonna venture out this way, and the first thing we see is this is the Screen Door General Store. This is a really big gift shop, the big gift shop for the boardwalk. It's gonna be your big gift shop. They have more things than a regular resort gift shop. They have stuff like this, like you would find at the resorts, some Rice Krispies tree and cookies, as well as just the basic regular things that you would find, like you got your mask, your Disney candies. Side note, this is the best snack that you can get at Disney World right here. But as you can tell, it's a very large store. It starts all the way back there and then goes past this way all the way down there, so way bigger than your regular Disney gift shop. But of course it has your boardwalk specific merchandise. And just outside of this gift shop, they usually do have some games that people are able to play, like just regular boardwalk carnival games like basketball right there, but all of these are closed currently. Also a cool thing, if you look up, these are actually rooms that you can stay at, so you got a really nice view of the lake. And here we come upon the first restaurant that we see. This is actually Big River Grill and Brewing Works. Actually a pretty good restaurant that I've ate at before. Just kind of your basic American style food. Then we'll run up on two kind of club style attractions. Right here we have Jelly Rolls, and then over here we have the Atlantic Dance Bar. And Jelly Rolls is actually a very popular place for a lot of cast members. They come over here. This is where a dueling piano, it's basically a dueling piano bar. And then the Atlantic Dance Hall, never been in either of these ones, but they apparently have dances over here, I don't know. But if you remember that painting that I showed you guys inside of the actual hotel, we saw pretty much this exact same shot right here, but old school version with all the people dressed like early 20th century style. And there's lots and lots of benches for everyone to come sit down over here and take a look at this lake. This lake is called the Crescent Lake. Now there's going to be a couple quick service places along the boardwalk. Right here we got some funnel cake spot, kind of quintessential for the boardwalk. And then also a really cool thing that they do here is bike rentals. There's Surrey bike rentals. You can have like 4 people in each one, I think. You can rent them right over here. They're not currently doing that, but I hope they bring that back soon. Also, if you are wondering how to get a boat to Epcot or Hollywood Studios, this is the area where you would do that. There's 2 lines over here. You can go this way to the different resorts or to Hollywood Studios, and then take this path if you want to head to Epcot. But I suggest you just walk to Epcot. It's probably much faster. And in normal times you would usually have people out here like caricature artists, and I've actually seen like clowns and musicians that perform out here at nighttime. And actually over here we have another restaurant. This is called the Flying Fish, and if you guessed, I believe this is a seafood restaurant. And then next to that we have the Abracadabra Bar, which is basically just a bar. I don't know if they sell any food in here. And then next to that we have Trattoria Al Forno. I believe I was saying that correctly. This is an Italian style restaurant. And then across from that, this is where basically you're gonna have your big quick service. This is basically where you're gonna have one of your major quick service for the boardwalk. It's Boardwalk to Go. Let's take a look at the menu. They actually have quite a lot of things for a quick service restaurant. We've also got a pizza stand right here, which I believe actually stays open the latest out of any of these restaurants. We have Joe's Marvelous Margaritas. We've got the Boardwalk Bakery. This is very popular for their breakfast sandwiches. Enter over here. They have a lot of good things over here. This is another option for quick service here. And this is also where you can refill your resort mugs. If you get the refillable mugs for your whole stay, this is where you can refill them. And one of my favorite spots that did close down, unfortunately, was Ample Hills Creamery. It was right here. They had really good ice cream. Was supposed to come to Disney Springs, but the pandemic really got to them, so they had to shut down entirely. But one of my favorite restaurants at Disney World, probably top 3 honestly, is right here, the ESPN Club. It's like a really big sports bar. I've come over here to watch a lot of different games. It's really cool. I suggest checking this out if you like that sports bar atmosphere, or if you're trying to check out any sort of game while you're here. And if you're wondering on how to get to Epcot from the boardwalk, all you have to do is walk past this little walkway, and then you will arrive over here at the International Gateway in just about 10 minutes. So really a good option to come to Epcot if you're in a hurry or something. You enter over here back in France. They also do have the Disney Skyliner in this section, so if you wanted to take like a Skyliner to Caribbean Beach or something, or Riviera, or even Hollywood Studios, if you wanted to do that, you can catch a Skyliner right over here. But I don't think I would recommend to take the Skyliner from the boardwalk to Hollywood Studios. It would be easier to either just walk to Hollywood Studios or to get a boat. The walk to Hollywood Studios from the boardwalk lobby is a little bit longer. It's maybe about 15. The walk over here to Epcot's about 10. But there you have it. That was the little tour of the Boardwalk Resort as well as the boardwalk. It's a pretty nice resort. I wouldn't say that it's my favorite, but just the perk of being over here by the boardwalk and right by Epcot and having all these different modes of transportation, I believe that really elevates the boardwalk for me. I've never stayed here before, but I would like to stay here. I love hanging out on the boardwalk, especially at nighttime. It's really special with the lights off the water and everything. But let me know what resort you guys want me to do next. I've done Animal Kingdom Lodge, Jumbo House, as well as Wilderness Lodge, and now the boardwalk. So let me know what resort you want me to take a tour of next. Had a good time doing this one. If you enjoyed it, a thumbs up would be appreciated. A subscribe would also be very much appreciated. And of course, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.